are solely that of the Horicon School District, the City of Horicon, and the Marshman Foundation. Welcome to Marsh Talk. Amy Hudson here with you, live from the Slumberland Furniture Studios and the Daily Dodge TV studios live at dailydodge.com. Easy for you to subscribe to Daily Dodge TV on YouTube. Just put Daily Dodge TV in the search bar and be sure to click the notifications icon when you do that so you'll receive alerts and updates when things are happening live in the Daily Dodge TV studios, whether it's here at 100 Bill McCullum Way or when we're out and about covering one of our many local sporting events and community events. This is one of my favorite shows that I get to host because I love my beautiful city on the Marsh. And this is a time that we get to come together once a month and talk about what is happening in Horicon. And we do that by going straight to the experts and those folks that really know what is happening. Rich Appel, the superintendent of the Horicon School District, is with us this morning, along with Horicon Mayor Josh Maas. And we have two very special guests all morning, you guys, during Hometown Today when I was talking about Marsh Talk hitting the air at 11:10. I was doing a little tease about some very special guests that we would be welcoming to the airwaves. And I am thrilled to launch right into that. First of all, Mr. Appel, Mayor Maas, would you guys like to say a quick hello before we introduce our special guests?
Hello, it's great to see you again.
Hello again.
Last time we were together, it was a little bit noisy. We were at the Dodge County Fair, and that's always exciting. And here we are already now back in school, and a lot of things happening throughout Horicon. And it's been a few months since we learned that we would be searching for a new chief of police in the city of Horicon, and that is what our first spotlight is going to focus on this morning as we do welcome our two very special guests. We have with us this morning Dan Furseth, who is the outgoing interim chief for the Horicon Police Department, and I would really like either Dan or Josh to do the honors as we get set to formally welcome and introduce the new Horicon Chief of Police, Aaron Birkin. So good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for making the time to be with us in studio today. We greatly appreciate it. Is it okay if I call you Mr. Furseth? Do you prefer Chief Dan? How do you want me to roll that out?
Dan is fine.
Okay, Mr. Appel will tell you that I'm all about the formalities when it comes to introducing our guests. What has your life been like over these past few months since February when?
I think I'm going to move up there. I like it up there. So it's been a great experience, great community, good officers, made some very good friendships that I'll actually, in just the short period that I've been there, that I'll have for life, that got nothing but great things to say about Horicon, and he's going to have a great department to walk into, and more importantly, a greater community. And I can't say anything bad about anything other than the school district, the school relationship with developed with Mr. Appel and the mayor and the city council. Great things happening with Horicon moving forward. So hopefully we got the mold set, and now it's just time for Aaron to walk in and take it to the next level.
Absolutely. And when you talk about not having prior connection to Dodge County, where were you when you got the call to help out Horicon?
At home, retired, and then I got a phone call going, they're looking for a police chief to help recruit and fill the spot for a little bit, and I'm like, well, I can help with that, I think. So went up and met with everybody, and it was a phone call on my way back from a PFC meeting going, this went very well. So, and after the first few months, I'm like, this is really going well. So,
oh, good.
Yeah, I'm going to actually miss it a lot, but I also want to retire for the last time.
Well, thank you so much for your time, helping to fill that void here over the past few months. It feels like time goes by so quickly, and February sounds like it was forever ago, but now it just feels like maybe, not really all that long ago.
Yeah.
So, Aaron Birkin, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How long have you been officially in the office, and how did they find you?
2 hours.
It's been about 2 hours.
No way, today is your very first day.
Very first
Oh
day.
my goodness, I wish I would have made a cake. Like, this is something to celebrate, really. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. How did we find you? Share a little bit about yourself and how you ended up in Horicon.
Sure. Well, my experience is from the city of Milwaukee. I do have some family that lives in Horicon.
Okay.
And I've always been impressed with this part of the state. It's gorgeous. So I applied. I don't even think I was the first choice. However, I contacted Dan again, who's been nothing but professional and kind of guided me all the way through this process because I had no clue. And I contacted Dan and said, hey, I understand you're still looking for a chief. And he said, are you still interested? I said, I am. And he said, well, let me see if I can get you in front of the Fire Police Commission. And that went very well. And they called me the next day with a job offer.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
yeah. So, I mean, here we go.
Day one, you're right. Here we
Yeah.
go. Those are the words.
Yeah.
So everything must feel like it's kind of swirling a little bit. What are some of the first things that you'll be looking forward to accomplishing?
Well, Dan's, like I said, Dan, Chief Furseth, is pushing me in the right direction. This city's on a great track right now. I didn't see any major issues, but again, being sworn in 3 hours ago, I wouldn't have noticed anything by then, but I've been to a Marshman game.
Oh, yay, at Sword Field?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
what a great facility.
It is.
And I did the Horicon Hustle last weekend.
Oh,
in
wow.
the Marsh, so I'm trying to integrate into the community a little bit.
Yeah.
And everything that I've seen, everybody's very pro-police and very kind, and I just can't wait to get my feet wet.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
And congratulations
Thank
again. Mayor Maas, how are you feeling about Aaron joining the force as chief?
Oh, I'm very excited,
Yeah.
obviously. I
We
mean,
should have live streamed the swearing in this morning on Daily Dodge TV.
Well, the ceremonial, I guess, swearing in will be Tuesday night at council.
Okay.
But we wanted to get them working today as soon as we could. So yesterday, or this today? Today is when it was last night, where we approved everything with a really quick council meeting. I let those guys know right away last night, and he went downtown and got sworn in by the city clerk this morning. So he's our full-time police chief as of this morning. I'm excited.
I was just going to ask how you're feeling, because
I'm
it
really
is a big
excited.
deal. And I remember when this all happened, months ago, and it's hard to talk about when you don't know which direction you're going to be moving towards. So this is really great news.
Yeah, it was. Everything that happened last year was all, pretty sudden. And then, we're sitting there. I mean, I'm the one who kind of reached out. I heard from my coworkers that Dan would be a great interim chief. So that kind of was precipitated by me, and I'm going to miss Dan. Our DPW and our utilities guys, they're really going to miss Dan because they love him.
Yeah.
They're going to love Aaron too. I mean, it's just, we're in the right direction for our police department. It's really hard for Chief Furseth coming in absolutely cold and then trying to do this job, because there's a lot of stuff in that meantime in between our old chief's resignation and by the time we finally got Chief Furseth, our stuff was kind of getting lost in the shuffle there, and he had to straighten all that up.
Yeah, transitions can be hard and
that's,
messy.
And that's why we're lucky to have Chief Furseth now, who can, kind of do what they call ride-alongs with Chief Birkin for the next 3 days, so it's a much easier transition where at least he can hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to hit the ground, trying to figure out how to use my email or how to do this or do that. So it's exciting times. I'm really happy.
It is very exciting. And when I was in the on-air studio prior to us making our way down here to the Daily Dodge TV studio, Charlie Dern, who is our producer for Hometown Today, came in and he's like, there's some Horicon police officers here. And I'm like, yes, yay, they're here for Marsh Talk. So really exciting day for the city of Horicon, and wish you well as you get settled into
Thank you.
City on the Marsh. You're welcome in your new role. We're happy to have you. And, when we were talking at the Dodge County Fair, during Marsh Talk. All different kinds of things in the mix, and that excitement of things getting set for back to school. And you had mentioned something about us being on alert for our Horicon citywide assessments coming out. I received mine in the mail a couple of weeks ago. I appreciated the heads up, as everyone else did to Mayor Maas. What would you like to focus on regarding those citywide assessments in Horicon?
Well, the very first thing I want to say is tomorrow is the open book. So if you do want to, I guess, argue with the assessors, I just started out, the city doesn't set these assessment numbers. The assessor hired by the city does. So tomorrow is open book down at City Hall, where you have a chance to, I guess, either argue or dispute what your new assessment numbers are. You can do that tomorrow downtown at City Hall all day. They'll be there all day.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
And, I just wanted to take this opportunity to kind of explain, about assessments. So an assessment is supposed to match as closely as possible what an appraisal is, but not necessarily the exact same thing. Different levels of people are doing it. And it wasn't just, one home or two homes or five houses that got these 60, 70, 80, 90%, valuation increases. This was everybody. So when everybody moves up the same amount, say if the average is 60%, there's going to be some below 60, there's going to be some above 60, there's going to be some people that are having, they took care of their house over the last 12 years, because it's been 12 years since we've done one.
Oh my goodness,
That's why the number went up so high.
Well, sure.
If we're doing it every year, you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4%. You'd wait 12 years. It's a good thing that our property values went up 60, 70, 80%. It'd be pretty scary if they went the other direction.
I agree with that. We actually smiled when we took a look at ours.
Yeah, and so if you're below the average, there's a chance that your taxes may go down. If you're above whatever the average number is, the way reallocations work, your taxes will probably go up. So, and remember, this is an outside assessment, so they're only judging your property basically on how it looks. And then sales and all that other stuff in the area, trying to determine what the value of your house is. So in the last 12 years, if your house looks better than it did 12 years ago, you painted your house, you put a new roof on, improved your driveway, improved your garage, it's not unheard of for the property to go up in value more so than, say, if your neighbor didn't. So it's not like the city is planning on raising taxes 70% or, raising our budget 70% because these assessments. No, we're going to be lowering our mill rate considerably because of this. And, we have levy limits, so we can only raise our levy so much anyway. So our budget's going to remain pretty much the same, but everyone's house is gone, their values have gone up quite a bit. And there's 1,700 homes in Horicon.
Oh, okay.
Or 1,700 residents.
Got it.
Not residents, residences. So the damage should be pretty light.
Okay.
Or not at all. I mean, like I said, there's half of them, in theory, if this is 60%, half of them might be below, half of them might be, so there's a chance 40, 50% of the houses might have their property taxes go down. Who knows? We haven't even had our budget meetings yet.
Okay.
That's the one thing I wanted to say. We haven't had our budget meetings yet. I'll be meeting with the department heads October 1st through October 4th, and from there, I will take my budget request to council, and the council approves those budgets. So we don't know what our revenues are that have all come in this year. We haven't even set our budget for next year. We don't plan on doing anything above and beyond anything we've done the last few years. We're going to fix some roads. We're going to fix this, fix that. So it shouldn't be what some people have been afraid of, that, oh, look, now we got all these higher, assessment values, so now they're going to spend a lot more money. Nah, that's not even an option. We're just going to keep doing our budget, keep sustaining what we're doing. We're just reallocating who's paying what based upon the property values that you currently have. And again, anyone that I heard of that have gone and reached out to the assessors have had a favorable experience. Sometimes their assessed values go down a little. Some of them may go down a lot. Who knows?
And it's good to ask those questions, and also good to know that tomorrow is open book all day at City Hall for folks that do have questions, and it's important to make use of that opportunity tomorrow. So thank you for sharing that. You mentioned improving this, improving that, and we often think that as summer winds down, there's no more road construction. But there are some street improvements that are continuing to happen in Horicon. Do you have an update that you'd like to share specifically on Nebraska, Juneau, and Center Street?
Yeah, in parts of the Nebraska, Juneau, Center Street improvements are ahead of schedule.
Ooh,
but
that's nice.
But that doesn't mean the next part, the hard part, the actual laying of the asphalt, that is going to go on whatever contractor schedule that is.
Okay.
And having the asphalt company so close to Horicon always makes it where our repairs are always last. They take their...
I thought it would be just the opposite.
You would think.
Yeah.
But they take their mobile asphalt machine. I don't know. I'm not a construction guy.
Are you just making that up, Mayor
No,
Maas?
they do have something. But they usually, go farther away, and then as the season winds down, they stay closer to home because of, there's less sunlight and all that stuff. So Horicon tends to be towards the end of so we get most of our actual mill and overlays and road repairs done in September and October.
Okay.
So I would expect more cones in the next month or two. If it stays 85 forever, maybe we'll keep doing them in December and January. But there's a lot of stuff still to be done in this current street improvement schedule.
Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye out for more of those orange cones throughout City on the Marsh. And we have a couple of really big, fun things to look forward to as we look towards the end of September. I feel like September just started, and here we are right in the middle. And as we get into the last couple of weeks here in Horicon, we have a couple of events that are happening on the 22nd and the 23rd.
We got the Automart on the Marsh on Sunday from 9 to 2, which, of course, there's a 30% chance of rain.
30%.
The first time it's going to rain in a month. But Automart on the Marsh is generally, I would say, Horicon's largest festival we have every year. And you guys on the Chamber of Commerce run it. We get a fairly large crowd. So that's this weekend. Pretty excited. And then on Monday is the grand opening and the open house for the Moraine Park Technical College Horicon Training Center, which is super cool. 5 o'clock is when we're going to actually do the ribbon cutting.
Okay.
But open house is from 4 to 6. And one of the things I've been most excited about, I love working with Moraine Park. They are fantastic to work with.
Well,
is that on their little commercial, where it says Moraine Park and always said Fond du Lac, Beaver Dam, West Bend. Now it says Fond du Lac, Horicon, Beaver Dam, West Bend.
That's fantastic.
That's pretty cool.
It is really cool. And it feels like this all just happened so swiftly. Like it feels like they just broke ground. And now we're looking forward to the grand opening on Monday, the 23rd. Yeah. So everything must have stayed right on schedule, or perhaps got sped up a little bit.
Moraine Park is an incredible taskmaster. It is impressive that they were able to, along with our DPW and our utilities, put in a road in a cornfield and build a facility of that grandeur faster than some of us can put up a shed in our backyard. So it was impressive. So this is the weekend.
I just passed Mr. Appel a note. Do you allow that at school?
Well, we expose them and say, "What is this?" Yes.
And then take their cell phone away.
So this Saturday, the 22nd, Automart on the Marsh happening in Horicon. Wonderful event. And then on Monday, the 23rd, we can look forward to, is that right? Monday the 23rd? Yes. We can look forward to the grand opening of Moraine Park Technical College. And we do have a caller on line 1. So are you gents up for taking a call?
Sure.
All right. Good morning. You are live on the air with Marsh Talk.
Yeah, I got a question for Mayor. Seeing that you got a new police chief, can we do something with that stupid stop sign by the old bowling alley?
Oh,
It's really ridiculous.
Uncle Rick, we will try.
Oh my goodness, this is your uncle? I love it. Thank you, Uncle Rick.
Caller.
The problem is,
First time caller, first time listener. Yeah, Rick, I'll fill him in on the background when we have a chance.
maybe we can put something up like a battery operated electric, stop sign deal where if somebody wants to cross the road, they can push the button or something. I don't know. When you come down there with a full load of grain on your semi and you almost get up to 15 miles an hour, you got to stop right away. It's senseless, I think so. Anyway, if you could do something, I sure would appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks,
Thank
Rick.
you, Uncle Rick. He has ideas. I like it.
He's got many.
Oh, this is Marsh Talk, paid program. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the Horicon School District, City of Horicon, and the Marshman Foundation. Mayor Maas, you have so many great things in the mix, and I hope that you're feeling really good about things right now, because as a resident of Horicon, feeling like everything is really headed in the right direction. So thank you.
I'm only happy if you guys are happy.
We're happy. I think I played a Sheryl Crow song about that earlier today. So Rich Appel, Superintendent of the Horicon School District, I love that you have your Marshman sweatshirt on today.
Got the new swag on for the year.
It looks fantastic, and I should have sported mine. Next time I'll do that.
Yeah, our theme this year is the dash.
The dash.
Yes,
Tell us about that.
We've talked to our kids and our whole staff about what is your dash, what is your purpose, because the date that you are is going to be on your tombstone is your first date and your death, your birth and your death. But what's really important in your life is that dash and what you do with it. So that's really been our purpose-given message to all of our kids and to our staff is make the most of your dash. So that's what the dash circle here means. So that's why I wore this today. I usually don't wear a hooded sweatshirt when it's going to be 80 degrees, but yeah, I had some kids tell me that today. You're going to sweat, but there was a purpose behind it.
Absolutely, and thank you for sharing that. I really like that, the dash. I'm going to use that within my circles too. How is the start of the school year? How are things going?
It's been an excellent start.
Good.
It's been pretty smooth, relatively speaking. There's always some bumps as kids come back and get into their routines, and new families have come in, so them trying to find their way around and through the parking and drop off, all of those things. But it's been an exceptional start to the year.
Good. I hope that you're feeling really good about
that
too.
I do. Yeah.
Mayor Maas had mentioned when soon you'll have those meetings getting ready for budget season. But I know that your preliminary budget with the school district is really looking pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Would you like to share an update?
Sure. We had our budget and annual meeting on last Monday night. Taxpayers are always we're part of that entity that taxes our local people, us included, that we live there. So between the city and the school district, that's usually your largest portions that you hit on your tax bill. We're very cognizant of that. But since we have built our new facilities and the taxpayers approved our referendum in 2018, our mill rate and our tax levy has gone down each year. And this year is going to be no exception to that. We're looking this year, because of our enrollment going up, continue to steady go up. We're getting more state aid coming in, so that's less burden to the taxpayers. So we're actually going to be around $51,000 less that we will be going out for our taxes, our all-fund tax levy, and which then reduces our mill rate down to projected right now at 7.3. Last year was 7.46. So that's all good news for people who pay the taxes, but also as a resident of our district, knowing that we are a steady school district that have continued to bring in new families. We're kind of that district that's been on the rise a little bit here. And all of these buildings are full. Our elementary school we built in 2020 when we entered it. We built it so that we had room to expand. Mm-hmm. We called them flex rooms. And I can tell everyone that right now there's no more flex rooms. We have filled every single classroom and had to hire 3 teachers because of our class sizes. Our 4K numbers are one of the larger ones we've had. So we had to hire another 4K teacher this year. So we're definitely going in the right trend, the right direction, and I'm really pleased about how that's all rolling out as in terms to our budget, because we're not in a position that that I have to panic and have to make some cuts. We are looking at, we're not overly rolling in the dough, but we are in a position that we can support our programs, our kids, and our teachers. So, and then not be a burden to the taxpayers. And I think everybody in our community is appreciative of that.
Yes, absolutely, and so much great news that you just shared with us there. When we had a chance to introduce our new police chief for the city of Horicon, Aaron Birkin, you mentioned that you had recently experienced a football game at Sword Field.
Yeah.
Which game did you catch?
Their first home game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
I
was-
was there as well.
Mayville.
Mayville.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
don't talk about that. Don't talk about it too much here.
Why
all
did
right?
I have such a smile in my voice
Yeah,
there?
yeah, I know.
But this is such an exciting time, though, with those fall sports. I live really close to the school, so even last night, I think the middle schoolers had a scrimmage or a game happening. We can hear the crowd roars, from Sword Field. I love that, and really one of the few things that I do enjoy about fall is getting out to go see some of those football games. So it's a busy time of year, not just for football.
No, we're very busy, and with our numbers of kids that are out for sports, we're at an all-time high right now in the last 9 years that I've been there, and so participation numbers are up. That's exciting in the hallways because kids are involved.
Yeah.
And when they're involved, they're going to be happier. They're going to have more engaged in school. So we've got great numbers out for all of our sports, and they've been doing fantastic. Volleyball, football. Cross country, as you know, I mean, they're all really doing exceptionally well, so really proud of all of them doing that. Our marching band performs. They'll be coming up for homecoming October 4th.
Yeah.
They always do a routine down there on the field, so we got a large number of marching band kids that are going to be out there. They just did the parade last Sunday that they marched.
The Audubon Days parade in Mayville.
parade. So just getting kids involved in the fall, getting that school year started off with clubs, get them involved in something. The high school play, the elementary play, they're all ongoing right now where people are signed up and auditions have occurred. So it's an exciting time to get the school year started and getting things going again.
It really is. You can feel that spirit too in the hallways. Last night I was there for the middle school volleyball match. There was also a cross country meet happening last night as well, and you can just feel that energy and really that team school spirit. And it's really fun to be a part of that. And with so many different things for the kids to choose from, they'll find something that interests them.
They all have gifts, and they just got to find the right one to be able to expose those gifts. So.
Yeah, that's right. I did not bring coffee. I was talking earlier, had I known today was your first day on the job, Chief Birkin, I would have brought in something to celebrate. But there's an important coffee date that's coming up this Friday.
Actually, this Thursday.
Oh, this
tomorrow.
Thursday, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I was telling Jack, our producer, earlier today that I've been off by a day all week. I just returned from vacation on Tuesday. I think I should never take Monday off, coming back from a week of holiday. Yes, Mayor Maas.
On that note, the text I've been reading has said we were off by a day on the Marsh as well. It's Sunday, not Saturday.
Sunday. All right. Got it.
Unless
The
you want to
22nd.
just keep
No, it
off
is
by a
Sunday.
day.
We'll mention that again. So Autumn on the Marsh is Sunday. What is the date? Is that the 22nd?
22nd.
The 22nd. Got it. And then Marshman Coffee with you
Is Thursday, tomorrow.
This Thursday, tomorrow.
8:30 in the morning. We have some cookies and coffee and water. Tomorrow we have programs. Each one we do that, and I will kind of talk about the start of the school and how things are going. But we're also going to introduce. We have 5 foreign exchange students this year.
Wow.
From the Netherlands and Switzerland, Australia. So it's going to be, they get to come in and introduce themselves and their experience so far. I've got our student council president going to talk to folks, and then our high school play. We've got some of our actors going to come down and tell the plot and about what's going on with that.
Oh, fun.
So we do that every other month, and it's in the district calendar, the mailer that's gone out to every person in Horicon got a mailer, and it's on that calendar. So if anybody would like to come to that, We got plenty of chairs, and it's a great discussion and a great opportunity to ask questions if they have any. So we'll be doing that on Thursday. Couple of other things that we have going. We did sell the Finch Street property.
Oh my goodness.
So
all right, please.
it
share
has
the
it has been
details.
sold to Hillcrest Builders and Construction.
Okay.
And they've been working with the city to come up with the appropriate, what would it be? Condos. They're going to be houses that they're going to be building there, and what kind of code they need to be. So that's all in the works, and I would anticipate in the next 12 months they're going to be seeing some ground being turned there to be able to get some houses built.
Okay, that is very
Yeah.
exciting. I was at the community meeting at some point last year when was shared some of those ideas. You know,
Yep.
what the possibilities could be there. So this is really big news.
Yep. And when we, so then I'll come back to the fall and all the excitement. One of the things that happened this last year was our AD, Michael Boughton, and our PTO went on a push to try, and we'd had enough people saying we need a mascot. And so they've been designing, they fundraised, it was completely fundraised by donations, and our Marshman mascot arrived right before the school year and has been making his presence known at different events, sporting events, and he will also be making an appearance tomorrow for our coffee.
Oh, great.
So pretty excited about that, to be able to see that, and kids are, some of the kids think it's kind of creepy because they're not sure about who's in there, but it is pretty fun.
It is really fun, and I saw the Marshman mascot when I was at a game a couple of weeks ago, and I popped up to the broadcast booth to check on our team. We were streaming the game on Daily Dodge TV, so I was checking on Corey and Wally, who were doing the play-by-play, and then the Marshman came in. So I, of course, I said hello, and I got a picture taken with him.
Good.
Maybe next time before we launch Marsh Talk in October, we'll put that up on the screen. And what a tremendous effort! And when you talk about spirit, think about that school spirit. What you just shared there, Mr. Appel, that was all fundraised for. So
Yeah.
that's really
Donations
exciting.
come in, and people want to be able to provide and get those kinds of events, things going. So it's pretty good.
I love it. So you've got Marshman Coffee with you happening tomorrow starting at 8:30. That's a full agenda. So we look forward to that. I know that you also wanted to share some information with our listeners and our viewers this morning about the senior citizen passes.
Yes, anyone who is a senior citizen in our district can come up and get free passes to be able to go to our events, so that we want people in our community to come and enjoy the excitement of what our kids go out and compete for.
Yeah.
So if they would like to have a free pass to get into any of our ball games, they can certainly come up, just get one at the high school office. But they're kind of designated for some of my folks, when I have my coffee, say, don't call us senior citizens, call us seasoned.
Oh, I like that.
That they like that better. So some of our seasoned citizens can come up and get those.
That is fantastic. When we were together last month at the Dodge County Fair for Marsh Talk, we had a special guest, someone from the board of directors for the Marshman Foundation. And when folks hear us introduce Marsh Talk and we talk about the school district of Horicon, we talk about the city of Horicon and the Marshman Foundation, this show, Marsh Talk, is truly a collaborative effort from those three entities. And I apologize, I cannot remember the name of the gentleman who
Jerry
joined.
Trauber.
Thank you. I
Jerry's
heard he
our-
likes to cruise up in his pontoon
Yeah,
to our
yeah,
music
he's-
at the market events.
He's our foundation president, an alumni from Horicon, and I've just got a fantastic board. We started last November, and since that time, with the efforts that we just completed, we did our kind of an annual tiered giving, combined with our golf tournament that we just completed, the Marsh Open,
Yeah.
in August, and through all of that, we had businesses that donated to be a tier level sponsor, either platinum level at $5,000 or a silver or gold at $2,500 and on the way down. So a lot of businesses and families have donated to that, and through all of these efforts, in August we raised $26,000.
Oh my goodness.
That goes towards our foundation.
Wow,
And
congratulations.
thank you. Well, it's a great effort and great giving by so many people. So annually, we're going to be doing that, tying that to our golf tournament. People can still be a tiered level sponsor, and you see banners that are hanging on our fence by our athletic complex. They'll be moved inside during the winter sports to recognize those and what tiered level they are as a giver. But there's a lot of opportunities that they could still be a part of that. So far, we've had 16 of our donors that have come forward to either be a bronze level or all the way up to platinum level. So we're really excited about that. And then those dollars go back to our programs, our kids, to scholarships in the future. So a lot of good that's going to go back in to support the school district and all that's tied to that. So
Yeah, congratulations on all of those efforts. That's a tremendous update.
yeah, we had 20 golf teams that played on that day. It was a beautiful day, but a lot of sponsorship that made that goal of 26,000 possible.
Yeah, it really takes people coming together to make those good things happen. This is Marsh Talk. We're joined this morning by Horicon School Superintendent Rich Appel, along with Horicon Mayor Josh Maas, and our special guest this morning that we introduced early in the show, Dan Forsyth, who is the outgoing interim chief of police for the city of Horicon. And on day one, we have Aaron Birkin with us, who is the new chief of police for the city of Horicon. It's a pretty good first day so far.
It's been great so far.
Yeah, are you going around just meeting all the folks that you need to meet and going through that important list of making sure you have that face-to-face time?
Yeah, and I met a couple of them a couple weeks ago. I did a ride along with Chief Forsyth, and that's when I met the mayor and I met the superintendent. And what really makes the city go is DPW. I met all those guys. What a great group of people. So yeah, it's been great so far.
Good, I'm glad. Are they taking you out to lunch after the show?
I think they are.
The mayor is a third. Yeah.
We have about 5 minutes left. What else would you guys like to share and focus on if we just want to do a little round robin here around our desk?
We got a special announcement anticipating Monday at noon.
Okay.
There's going to be a special announcement that's going to be made, and I can't release it yet. So there's your teaser.
Okay, Mr. Apple.
I'm not
that is
allowed
a
to
big
do
teaser.
it.
Monday at noon. Special
Monday at noon,
announcement.
there will be a special announcement that's going to be being made. So stay tuned. It's good. It's good news.
Where are you making the announcement from?
It actually be coming out of. I'm going to
You
leave it
can't
at that.
say.
I can't say. I'm not the one. I'll be sharing that once it's made.
Okay.
Okay,
Make
but-
sure that Kevin Haugen, our news
Oh,
director,
you'll know. You'll know. So stand
is-
by. But noon on Monday.
I'm not the most patient girl,
No.
so this is going to be tough for me. But it's good things, I can tell.
Yes, it
because
is.
you're smiling, and that makes me feel good. Oh my goodness, we covered an awful lot today. So again, we'll get together next month for Marsh Talk. Thank you for bringing in our special guests this morning.
It's always good to be on the good side of our police chiefs. So
It is.
the school district, we work so closely with the city on so many, because what benefits the city benefits the school district and vice versa. And the folks who really keep us all safe and work so well with us, our SRO program is outstanding. Grayson Stocks, Officer Stocks, is such a connection with kids and with families, supports so many different places. But when we work well together, everybody benefits. And I think when we don't, then people suffer. And that's what we got to make sure that we are all on the same page. And we are. We've had a great connection.
Really thankful for that. Mayor Maas, any closing words or thoughts that you'd like to share? I like your cap today, by the way. It's pretty spiff.
I'll just join the bald man's club. I just have to hide it. No, I actually don't have anything. I think everything is going right. And, pray for some rain, I guess, but
Not Sunday.
just
No.
not on Sunday. Again, Sunday is Autumn in the Marsh. Amy's a day off on everything this week since she got back from vacation. And Uncle Rick, it was nice to hear from you again. But, yeah, I don't have anything.
All right, that's great. There's so much good news today. What are some of the first few things that you're looking forward to helping with and getting to work on, Chief Birkin?
Well, I've met the SRO that Mr. Appel was speaking about, and what really impressed me when I was at the football game, Grayson was out there, and he had kids coming up to him that graduated 3 and 4 years ago just to chat with him, and he's like, that's the kind of relationship that I have. I mean, my goal is to have every one of our officers like that.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed to see that. I don't even know if he knew that I was watching him,
Okay.
because I approached him later and he said, I thought I recognized you, because I only had met him one time before. But that was really impressive to see that he has built these relationships with these students and these kids that last long after high school. So I was really impressed by that.
Yeah, that says an awful lot, and strong community ties there. And I feel like everyone throughout Horicon is really approachable when it comes to folks that are those point people like Mayor Maas and Superintendent Appel. And there's such a nice comfort level there. And I feel sad that we're meeting for the first time today, and knowing that you'll soon be leaving us, talking about our interim police chief, Dan Furseth. So what happens now when you formally wrap up your time with the force in Horicon?
I need to find a boat so I can go fishing. This is like my 3rd or 4th retirement. I think this is my final one.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, 37 years in law enforcement. I'm ready to call it a day. So.
Well, I think it's great that you're calling your final days with the Horicon Police Department, and we thank you again for your time.
I couldn't have been happier. This is definitely a way to go out.
That's fantastic. All right, guys, I think we're ready to wrap unless there's anything else that you would like to share. And we got through everything we wanted to talk about today, and we're on time. So much to feel good about, right? Okay.
That's excellent.
Yeah, and tomorrow morning, 8:30, things will get going for Marshman Coffee.
Yes.
And will that happen right there in the big common area when folks go in the main entrance?
No, they'll come in through the district office, and we'll have it in our board room,
Okay.
right next to the district office, across from the gym.
Okay, very good.
It gets a little bit hectic down there with kids coming through, and you can't really hear very well in the cafeteria. So,
Yeah, and we didn't embarrass anybody today, so.
well, we still can with your daughters. Yeah. They're always worried when I come over to talk to you that I'm going to talk about them. So,
Well, and now my youngest doesn't let me drop her off at school, which is fine because we live like 2 blocks away, so she should be walking anyway. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time today and all of the great work and the collaboration throughout Horicon. It is sincerely appreciated. Our guest today, Rich Appel, Superintendent of the Horicon School District, Mayor Josh Maas, who has a really cool cap on today you can see on Daily Dodge TV, and really exciting that we get to welcome our new Chief of Police for Horicon. It was really nice to meet you, Aaron.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for being with us today. Our new Chief of Police for Horicon, Aaron Birkin, and saying a much sincere note of thanks to our interim Chief, Police Chief Dan Furseth. Thank you so much. This has been Marsh Talk, a paid program. Advice and opinions expressed during the program have been that of the School District of Horicon, the City of Horicon, and the Marshman Foundation.